Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is well. We're now doing grade 3 literacy. So we are now doing grade 3 literacy. I hope everyone can hear me. And thank you for joining us for grade 3 literacy now. Right. So today we've been doing sounds. We did reading. So today we're going to do the silent E, especially the silent E rule. So we're going to be focusing on the silent E rule. And then after doing the silent E rule, from tomorrow and Friday, I want us to do reading. So we're going to focus on reading. So that's for Friday, for Thursday and Friday. But now we're going to be doing the silent E rule. I hope everyone is fine, and I hope everyone is okay. So we're going to identify silent E words, and then we're going to be able to read and apply the words, just like any other sound. But this one focuses on specific words, and we're going to identify them and also be able to read them and use them in sentences. Now, silent E. Now, the silent E rule is when an E is at the end of a word, it becomes silent and the vowel is long. So our vowels are A, E, O, U. So A, E, I, O, and U are vowels. Those are all the vowels out of our alphabet. So the rule is saying that in a word, for example, such as cake, you don't say the E. The E is silent. You don't say the E. You're basically only going to say out the C, the K, the and the basically going to start saying the C, the A, and the K. Right? These are the sounds that you work on. These are the ones that you work on. So you're going to actually only say these ones out, and the E becomes silent. But the vowel A, like you see A, because A is part of the vowels. Vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So the vowel here, sorry, let me go back. Our vowel here becomes long. That's why when we say cake, we say cake. We don't say the E, it says cake. So the A in cake sounds long. So that's the silent E rule, that whenever the E is at the end of a word, it becomes silent, and the vowel, either it's an A, an E, an I, or an O, or a U. Out of these five, they become long. But we're going to be doing the sounds, we're going to be doing the words, and then you hear. But this is the silent E rule. So this is how it would be. When an E is at the end of the word, the vowel becomes long and the E becomes silent. So you see that in a word like this, I made a gap here so that we're able to picture it. To say if it's an A and an E, an O and an E, an I and an E, or an E and an E. So it's an A and an E, an O and an E, an I and an E, and an E and an E, meaning that in this word, when the E is at the end and there's a vowel in the word, there's a vowel such as A, I, E, O, and U, the vowel becomes long. Let's look at the words such as robe. Robe. Robe is, there's an E at the end. So with the E at the end, when we see that there's an E at the end, it becomes silent. Hence, when we say robe, robe, you hear that the O in robe is long. So you stretch it out. That's why we say robe. Even if we can look at the word pine, like I put here, pine, we don't say the E. We keep it silent, because without the E, it would have been pin. But with the E at the end, the I becomes long. So that's why it becomes pine. pine. That's why even if you look at the other words, the words such as toad and mine, the I becomes long, or the vowel becomes long, and the E at the end becomes silent. The word becomes silent. So the rule is that if there's an E at the end, the vowel, either A, E, I, O, or U, you stretch out, you stretch them out. Let's go to words. I see there's a question. All right, I will do, because I think I have some time. I'm spoiled for time. I will do questions after we do these words. So let's listen to the words. Cake, tape, fake, vote, time, game, home, cube, made, lake, make, fine, late, and rope. So in all of these words you hear, like cake, you don't hear the E at the end, but the vowel, the A, is long. Tape, you don't hear the E. The E, you don't hear it at the end, but the A here, the vowel, is long. Right? So before we do the meanings, let me take 3 questions, because I think we have time today. The lesson it won't be very, very long, but I think we have some time today. There's no questions. Does anyone have a question? I know that the lesson started a bit early today. Unfortunately, we'll start exactly from 3 going onwards, but it's fine. The lesson just started a bit early today. Just started, like, I think 2 minutes early today. But is there anyone who has a question right now before we go on? Any questions? Any questions? There's nobody with a question. Start there. Kabelo, do you have a question?
No, sir.
You don't have a question? All right.
No.
All right, no question. Obute, you have a question?
No, I don't have a question.
You don't have a question?
No.
All right. Fine. Don't have a question. Good. Virginia, do you have a question?
What is a type?
A what?
What is a type?
A tongue.
Not type.
A toad.
Huh?
A toad.
No, a type.
A type.
Yeah.
Oh, tape.
I thought it's a type.
It's tape. You know tape? Like, you know sellotape, the one you use for your books, to cover your books. It's tape.
Oh.
Type is T-Y-P-E. That's type. All right. All right. No one has a question? Good. Thank you, sir. Is it Kenzo?
Yes.
Yeah, well, question?
What is vote?
Rope.
Vote.
Rope.
Vote.
Rote. You're saying rote.
Vote.
Vote. Oh, vote. Okay. I'll explain the meanings of the words. I thought you had any other question besides the meanings of the words. I'll explain the meanings of the words. That's not a problem. Right. So let me choose the words that are a bit difficult, and then the ones that are the other ones we know the ones we normally use. Like a cake is, a cake is like it's something that you bake. You bake some, let me say, normally bake, but when you put eggs together, and eggs, sugar, butter, flour, you put it all together, you make a cake, something that we normally eat, or let me say what, birthdays, we normally eat them. The cakes are normally eaten on birthdays, right? That's cake. But let me speak about the ones that are a bit hard. Fake. Fake is something that is, now fake can be, if I have let me say, if I have a phone and it was not made by, or let me say, sometimes, yeah, if I have a phone, like I have any normal phone, and it was not made by the original creators, the ones who actually went, thought about the phone, had the idea, and I have a copy of it, it's normally called fake. So something which is a copy of something which was not made by the real people is something that we call fake. Something, that's why some people are saying it's not real, it's fake. When something is not real, real meaning that it was created by the actual owner or something, that's when you use fake. Vote is now when you choose someone. Like when they say in class, can you vote for the class leader? It means now we're actually choosing someone. Sometimes you do it with your hands. Sometimes, we'll write on a paper the person's name who we want to choose. So when you use vote, vote is normally when you're choosing someone. Like even in our country, when we have elections, maybe when we want to choose the people who we want to be in our government, like the president and all of that, it's when we go and we vote. So that is vote. Let me also look for another hard one. Yeah, that is vote. So I think those are the only hard words. But made and make are the same. It's just that made is past tense of make. So when you create something, when like let's say that like let's say I'm currently now I'm making a paper aeroplane. When you make a paper aeroplane, when you fold it together, and now we're saying for it, I've made a paper aeroplane. Like to say that now I'm making a paper aeroplane. This is what we'll call a paper aeroplane. So I'm making a paper aeroplane, right? And then now, since it's done, then I'll say I have made a paper aeroplane because it's already done. I'm finished with the process. I'm done. So I've made a paper aeroplane. But I think those are the only hard ones. But if you have any other words here that you don't understand, you can tell me. But most of them are the words that we use every day: cake, tape, vote, time, game, home, cube, made, lake, make, fine, late, when you're not on time, when you came to school after the time when school has started, it's late, rope. These are words that we use every day. Are there any questions? Does anyone have a question? Are there any questions? Mbali. Mbali. Did I say it right?
What is fine?
Fine. All right, I'll explain fine. Question one is, what is fine? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? So I have a question of what is fine. Virginia, you have a question?
What is like?
Lake. You want to know what is lake? All right, I'll explain also what is a lake. Any other question? The last one. Kenzo, you have a question?
Yes, sir. What is a rope?
Rope. You want to know what is rope?
Yes, sir.
All right. Rope. You want to know what is rope? Okay. So we have what is, we're looking for fine, we're looking for lake, and people also want to know what is rope. The last word, then we're done. Bali, what's the question?
What is tape?
Tape. You want to know what is tape? Tape. You want to know what is tape? All right. Awesome. Tape. All right. So it's only tape, it's fine, it's lake and rope that we're looking at now. It's fine, it's lake, it's rope, it's tape. These are the words that we are finding very hard. Fine, lake, tape, and rope. All right. So let me just put this down because I can't see. One more thing, I just want to check the, okay, what is cube? Cube. All right. I'll also have to explain cube. What is cube and what is lake? Right. So when we speak of a cube, and I'm happy that I got this question. Right. So when we speak of a cube is, it is a shape. You see, do you know a box? Who has ever seen a box? A box. We know a box, right? You know a box that has, it has squares all around. So that is a cube. A cube is a box shape where there's a square on top, a square at the bottom, a square on each side. That's a cube. That's why when we say an ice cube, is that it is when you take it out of the ice tray, it is a cube because it has squares all around. That's why we call it a cube. That's why we call it a cube. Now, when we say rope, rope is string that is tied up together. It's a lot of string that is tied up together, and it's used to tie things. I would have loved to have a rope here at home, but we do not have a rope. But when you speak of rope, it's string that is tied up together, knotted, plaited, sometimes plaited together, to use to tie things together. To maybe that when you use a rope, sometimes like if you watch the movies a lot and they want to tie someone to a chair, they'll take a rope and then they'll tie his arms, tie his legs. That's what happens when they do it in movies. So that's actually a rope. It's a lot of string tied up together. Then we go to a lake. Now a lake, how do I explain a lake? A lake is a really, really big pond. So it's how do I explain a lake? A lake, there's a difference between a lake and a dam and the ocean. They all have water. But a lake is a really big pond. It's surrounded by a lot of trees, and it's where you find fish. It's where you'd find geese. Another time, remember we did the goose when we done the oh sound. It's when where you find geese, you find ducks, you find all of these different creatures. That's where you'd find lake. It's a very big, massive pond, because it's water that's stuck in one area. So that's what we'd call a lake. A lake. And then I think I did all of the words. So fine. Sometimes fine is used in two words. When someone asks you, say, how are you? No, I'm fine. It means that I'm all right now. Everything is going well. Or fine is when you have grinded something and it's very, very, very thin, and you've grinded something, like, let's say you've taken how do this peanuts, and then you grinded them together and you've done it to a point whereby it's very thin, that it even, you know, it's very thin, that it's even like it's becoming like dust. That's what we call fine. And the other one of fine is when you're trying to tell someone that, no, I'm all right now, everything is okay, I'm fine. Is any question before we go to sentences? Last question, Bali, question.
What is home?
Home. Home.
Home.
Home. All right, I'll explain home. Home. Right, I think that's the last one we're going to do. So home is the place where you live. Home, this word, home, is the place where you live. The place where you sleep at night every day, you come, where your clothes are, your furniture, everything. That's what we call home. That's home. So whenever you say that I'm going home, it means that, no, that's the place where you sleep at night. That's where your parents stay or whoever looks after you. That's what we call home. That is home. Right. So now let us do sentences. These are the sentences I created. These are the sentences I created. So, I love to bake cakes. I love to bake cakes. Next sentence. My favorite game is hide and go seek. My favorite game is hide and go seek. I need some tape to cover my books with plastic. I need some tape to cover my books with plastic. So these are my sentences that I created. These are the sentences that I created on my own. Now on the next one, here are the ones that you must make sentences. So I will need someone. I will need only one person per word. One person per word. The sentence, one sentence per word. So the words that we're going to use is fake, it's take, it's late, and home. Fake, take, late, and home. One sentence per word. One sentence per word. Oguhle, your hand is up.
Yes. Sorry, I'm late for school. That is my
Sorry,
sentence.
I'm late for school. All right, yeah, it's a nice sentence. Sorry, I'm late for school. That would be like you apologizing for coming late. Or you can say, yesterday I was late for yesterday I arrived at school late. Yesterday I arrived at school late. Lerato.
My friend asked me to take my pencil.
My friend asked me to take my pencil. Normally you'd say borrow. In the sentence, you'd say, my friend asked me to take my friend asked to borrow my pencil. Let me think of one that also goes in that line. I had to take my pen back from my friend. That's a nice sentence. I had to take my pen back from my friend. So that means your friend had your pen and then you went to go and take it from her or him. Right. The last two words, which is, so we used late, we used take. I want us to use the last two words. Last two words. Anyone with the last two words for me? Last two words. 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 Khumuto. You came back from
The mall and go back home.
I came back from the mall and I went home. All right, that's nice. So I left with fake. I left with fake. That's a nice sentence. I came back from the mall and I went home. All right. Last sentence with fake. Entle. Last sentence with fake.
My friend showed me a fake phone.
My friend showed me a fake phone. Okay, that's a nice sentence. My friend showed me a fake phone. All right, those are really nice sentences. What I would like you guys to do for me, ne? I'd like you guys to write these words, ne? So everyone, please write these words. And then what I want you to do is that for homework now, this is your homework. You write down these words and you make one sentence with each of the words. So I want everyone to write down these words now. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, to write down these words, and then your homework will be, I want you guys to make sentences with each of the words. Né? To make sentences with each of the words. So I want you guys to write down all of these words, and then for 3 minutes, then you're going to make sentences with each of the words. So you can start now. Everyone should write down all of these words. The words such as cape, tape, fake, vote, time, game, home, cube, made, lake, make, fine, late, and rope. I want you guys to write down all of these words, and then homework will be that you must make one sentence with each of the words. Please write them down. You have 3 minutes to write down the words. Please write them down. Please write them down. Please write them down. Three minutes to write down all of these words. Please write them down. Please write them down. I'm giving you guys 3 minutes. We've got a nice, some good time. So gives us a chance to do as much as we can. So please write them down. And your homework will be to write sentences for me. If time allows us, according to my calculations, if time allows us, we can make some more sentences. If time allows us. We can make some more sentences. So please, guys, write down all the sentences. You have about 3 minutes. All right, time is up. Time is up to write down all of these sentences, all of these beautiful sentences. Let me do this. Right. We did this. Right. So, questions. Anyone who has a question? Anyone with questions? You can even put the questions in the chat. Anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? Question time. Anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? Kenzo, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
We on our homework we write one sentence with these words.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the words you are going to make well, with the words you are going to actually make a sentence. One sentence for each word that you wrote down. You write only one sentence. One sentence. Is it Musa? Is it Musa? Hello, Musa? Do you have a question? I think maybe it was a mistake. All right. Anyone else with a question? Anyone else with a question? Anyone else with a question? Is it Connor?
Yes.
Yes. What's your question?
Can we write a sentence down?
Where?
Like on the paper, can we write a sentence?
Yeah, you can write a sentence. That's your homework. Your homework is to write sentences. Your homework is to write sentences. So you can write a sentence. Right. That is your homework. You know what we can do? Just because we have about some freedom of time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because this is it's a very quick lesson. Right. I just want 3 sentences here. So you guys can just pick 3 sentences here, and then we make sentences quickly. So all I want is 3 sentences with the words here, only 3. So we start 1. Virginia, you have a sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bake a cake at my house.
Right. I bake a cake while I baked a cake while I was at my house. It's better to say I baked a cake while I was at my house. You understand? I baked a cake while I was at my house. Or you can say I'm going to bake a cake while I'm at my house. You see? I'm going to bake a cake while I'm at my house. Vui, do you have a sentence? Vui, do you have a sentence? You don't? All right, no sentence. I see a hand there. I don't know if I see it correctly. Matthew, do you have a sentence?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's your sentence?
Yes, sir. The lake was dirty.
The lake was dirty. All right, that's a nice sentence. The lake was dirty. That means if you say the lake was dirty, it means they cleaned it up. That means it's clean. All right. Last sentence, and then it will be time up. Tyra. Is it Tyra? Is it Tyra? Yes, Tyra. Yes. Sentence. Give me one sentence. Any word. Any word.
Today I was late to school.
Another one. I want another one. Late is very easy. Late is very... Anyone, any word there. Must I give you a word?
I was late to school.
Today I was late for school. Maybe you could have, that was a nice sentence. Today I was late for school. Let me just give one last person and then we're done. Hayden.
My mom had voted for Ramaphosa.
All right, that's a nice sentence. That's a nice one. My mom had you'd say voted, but yeah, my mom had voted for Cyril, or my mom is going to vote for President Ramaphosa. My mom is going to vote for President Ramaphosa. It's good. Yeah, so homework is you take these words, one sentence per word. And then I want also the second homework. This is the second homework that I want, because we're going to be doing reading our next lesson. So this is the second homework. Please write down my email. Please write down my email address. Why? So that your parents can send me an email to say that, can I please have the slides, and can I also have some resources that we can do some work at home. So please take my email. Here's my email address. Here is my email address. So please take my email address. Also, the video, you will find it on YouTube at Africa Teen Geeks. So Africa Teen Geeks is where you are going to find the videos. All the videos that we do, you're going to find them in Africa Teen Geeks. So please, please, please write my email address there. And then I'm going to also put my email address in the chat. In the chat as well, so that also everyone can see. If you can't see it there, you'll see it in the chat. So please, 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 please write my email address down. Here is my email address. It's the one that says longwaychiponosio@gmail.com. So please write my email address down and send me emails. Please send me emails. If you need help, ask questions in the emails. Yesterday, I didn't get any question. So I didn't get any questions in the email. So please, please also send me emails and send questions. Please send questions and everything that you need. And I promise I'm going to send you all the stuff that you guys need. So since that we don't have any questions and everyone is fine, it will be bye-bye from me. Unless I must take, let me just take the last few questions and then I'm going to go. Only 3 questions, then I'm gone. Entle,
I can't. Must we write it in our books or must we write it in the chat?
you can write it in your books. You can write my email address in your books. You need
Okay.
it to write there, to send me an email later on.
Okay.
All right. Last 2 questions. Last 2 questions. If you don't have any questions, then we are done. Last 2 questions. Anyone with a question? I don't see. Anyone with a question? I see you have a question from the chat. You have a question?
Wait. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So we have to write everyone has, so you can write your email address in the chat so you can remember it, or should we only just write it on our books?
You write the email address in your books so that you can send me an email later on, so I can send you the slides. I can also send you other resources that you can use to help you.
I think Matthew has a question.
Yes. You see? So I can send you also other resources that you can use. Like, let's say some readings. Isn't it that you must read every day? So I can send you also readings. Reading and everything. All right. I hear that Matthew has a question. I don't see Matthew. at all. I don't see Matthew. I think Matthew left the meeting, but it's fine. Since everyone is fine and everyone has asked the question, I think it will be bye-bye for now. But if you wrote my email and I didn't get to respond to your question, you can send me. I think this will be the last question and I go. What's your question? Saskia, you have a question? Thank you. It was a mistake. All right. Fine. All right. So since that's it, I will have to say bye-bye, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for.
Hi, sir.
Oh, you're asking a question. Hi. Hello.
No, I'm not asking questions.
You're not
I'm
asking a question.
I'm just unmuted suddenly.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. So bye-bye, guys. Thank you for attending, and see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock and also at 3 o'clock. And please also send the emails. Ne? Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.